The bathwater had long since gone cold, but neither of us made a move to get out. His arms, firm and unyielding, held me close, his chest pressed against my back, his breath warm against my damp skin. The calming scent of lavender had faded, replaced by something richer, more intoxicating, something that clung to us, impossible to ignore. My heart still pounded from what had just happened, from what I had allowed to happen. This is wrong. The thought flickered weakly in the back of my mind, but it was drowned out by the memory of his mouth on mine, his hands gripping my hips beneath the water, his voice rough with desire as he whispered my name like a prayer. I should have stopped him. I should have laughed it off, pretended it meant nothing. But I didn't. And now, as his fingertips traced slow, deliberate lines along my arm, I knew there was no taking it back. What should go? I murmured, though I made no move to pull away. His lips brushed against my shoulder, sending a shiver down my spine. Do we have to? His voice was light teasing, but beneath it was something darker, something possessive that coiled low in my stomach. I turned in his arms to face him. His eyes were nearly black, his gaze intense, and the way he looked at me like he wanted to devour me made my breath catch. This can't happen again, I said, even as my fingers traced the sharp line of his jaw. He caught my wrist, pressing a slow, deliberate kiss to my palm, too late, and that was the truth of it. The next morning I woke alone. The bed beside me was empty, the sheets cool. My husband was still away, unaware, but the pillow still carried his scent, his cologne, his skin, the lingering traces of the night before. The memories played behind my closed eyes, vivid and inescapable. I curled into myself, clutching the sheets, torn between guilt and something far more dangerous want. My phone buzzed. A message. Him, I can't get you out of my head. My breath hitched. I shouldn't respond. I should delete it, pretend it never happened. But my fingers moved before my conscience could stop them. Me, you shouldn't say things like that. His reply came instantly. Him doesn't make it less true. I bit my lip, my pulse racing. This was reckless, a disaster in the making. But since when had that ever stopped me? Family dinners had always been an act, polite conversation, forced smiles, laughter that never quite reached our eyes. But now every glance between us burned, every accidental touch sent sparks skittering across my skin. My daughter, oblivious, chatted about her day while his foot slid deliberately against mine under the table. I nearly choked on my wine. You okay? Mom? She asked, frowning. Fine, I managed forcing a smile. Just went down the wrong way. He smirked, swirling his glass, his gaze never leaving mine. Bastard, he knew exactly what he was doing. Later, as I cleared the dishes, he cornered me in the kitchen, his body pressing me against the counter. Woo can't. I hissed, glancing toward the living room where my daughter sat. Relax. He murmured, his breath hot against my ear. She's not watching. His hand slid up my thigh, hidden by the counter, and I sucked in a sharp breath. This is insane, I whispered, even as my body arched toward him. We're past sanity. And then his mouth was on mine, hungry and relentless, and God help me, I kissed him back. It wasn't just physical, that was what scared me the most. The stolen moments, heated kisses in darkened hallways, whispered words in the dead of night were one thing. But the way he looked at me, the way he knew me, was something else entirely. One evening, after my daughter had gone to bed, he found me on the porch, a half-finished drink in my hand. You're overthinking, he said, sinking into the chair beside me. I exhaled sharply. This is reckless. Probably. We could lose everything. He studied me for a long moment before reaching out, tucking a loose strand of hair behind my ear. Or we could have everything. His words hung between us, heavy with promise. I wanted to believe him, and that was the most dangerous part of all. The first time my husband looked at me with doubt, my stomach twisted. You've been distant, he said one night, his gaze sharp. Just tired, I lied, forcing a smile, but I saw the suspicion in his eyes. Meanwhile, he only grew bolder. His touches lingered. His smiles turned wicked. And every time we were alone, the world narrowed to just us. No consequences, no guilt, just heat and need and more. Then came the night my daughter saw us. The look on her face, betrayal, horror, disgust, would stay with me forever. He froze. I stumbled back, my heart hammering. Mom! Her voice was small, broken. What is this? Silence. Then he, ever smooth, tried to speak. It's not what? Get out, she whispered, tears streaming down her face. Both of you, get out. And just like that, the illusion shattered. The fallout was brutal. My husband's rage, my daughter's devastation, the hushed whispers at every gathering. He stayed by my side, but the guilt ate at me. Had it been worth it? Some nights, when he pulled me close, his mouth searing against my skin, I almost convinced myself it was. Other nights, I lay awake, wondering what kind of person I'd become. But one thing was certain, I'd crossed a line, and there was no going back.